Hey guys, Hazards 280 again, coming at you with another car review video. This is a 2015 GMC Sierra SLE with the all-terrain package. This truck is owned by Levi, the same person that owns that 2009 CTS-V. I reviewed that a few videos back. A link to that is in the description below. This is his daily driver. The CTS-V is not. So did a little detail on it today and decided I'd take a quick review video for you. This truck is stock, a bit for the tinted windows, and I think that's it actually. So this is how you'd buy it from the dealer in 2015. The 2016 models did change a little bit, and you can still pick up a 15 used obviously, but the all-terrain does come with a lot of accents and kind of colors that really appeal to me. I'm not a big fan of the SLE and the SLT with, you know, the chrome bumpers and chrome trim and the lesser aggressive tires and different, the rims on this I think look a lot better, and really just the look of it. It's got a great profile, especially from the side here, coming around to the rear. I think if Levi were to put a leveling kit on this, just a small lift to that front suspension would really set off the truck. Not to say it doesn't look great now, but I think it would really add another level of appeal to the vehicle for me at least. So GM did incorporate these corner side steps here, coming into the 2015 model year, that is found on Silverados and Sierras. This does come with a DuraTrack tire by Goodyear. This is a 275/60R20, so it is a 20-inch rim. Does have Rancho suspension, or shocks, excuse me. Looking at the bottom, there is also this kind of rhino liner type material that's in the paint, and it goes all the way along the bottom, all in this rock guard going across, so kind of protects the the bottom of that vehicle from any stone chips or anything as you're using it off-road, and really using it as a truck should be used. You do have body color front bumper. You got a different style grille. It just really comes together nicely here in the front. In the bottom of the headlights right here, you're going to have LED daytime running lamps. We'll see those later on in the video. You do have your proper all-terrain badging, as well as turn signals in the mirror. Nice chrome finishes. It looks great. It's not an old guy's truck by any means. You got just the right amount of chrome, and just really looks great. Looking at the tailgate, it is soft opening. This particular one is got a Line X bed liner on it. Closes nicely. You do have a lock right there, as well as a backup camera. Looking at your key fob, this looks just like the Silverado I did a while back, pardon the motorcycles there. Okay, looks just like the Silverado key fob. It's pretty much just the same. Again, the Sierra Silverado kind of go back and forth. This is just the GMC version. Let's start it up here. Very quiet. Now that's one thing you might notice here. We noticed as we were driving it throughout the day, it's a very, very, very quiet truck. Great power. This 5.3 is direct injection, variable valve timing. Great power, we'll get to that later. But it's just a very quiet, refined truck. You don't hear that drivetrain sound that you might have heard in previous generations. So obviously, if you want a louder truck, you can do that. Simple exhaust work, maybe delete some resonators. But as is, it's a great, quiet truck. Now coming to the front, you can see these daytime running lamps. They're pretty subtle here in the daylight. In the video, they're kind of blared out, but looks real nice. I think they did a great job here. Honestly, I'm not a big fan of the 16s. I don't like what they did with the front end. If I were to own a truck by GM, this would be the exact truck, this color, this package, and it's really exactly what I'd look for. All right, let's come right on to the inside. Once I unlock the door. Okay, he does have WeatherTech floor mats in here. Outside of that, nothing's changed on the inside. You have soft padding right here. Here as well, nice soft padding. Even up here you have soft padding. Down here you're getting into some hard plastics. But right here you have soft padding on the door, on the dash, excuse me, up here, center console. So they did a great job in taking where you're going to touch every day driving a truck or driving a vehicle and making sure it's, you know, a nice pleasant feel here. You have power folding mirrors. Controls for your mirrors, power locks, power windows, front and back. This is one-step windows. One click up and down. You can lock out your back door locks for children and even your windows. That's nice. Come on into the inside. Again, you can notice a lot of things match to that Silverado I reviewed a while back. Key in the ignition. You do have heated cloth seats. I will attest that they work very well. I'm not a big fan of leather, to be honest, but I like the leather, the heating options that you get with them and the cooling options. The fact that you can have a heated cloth now is just awesome. I think that's perfect. It's the best of both worlds, and my other half and I were just talking about it, and really it's the way we would go if we were looking for another vehicle. Traction control on and off, your bed lighting, parking aid on and off. These have a great feel to them. They just feel great, nice and solid. There's no flexing and none of that cheap GM quality you might have had in the past. Same climate control. These are very crisp letters. In the video they're not, but in person the color, the digits are perfectly crisp. Looks nice. You do have the full infotainment system through GM. Works really well, real nice. You have OnStar navigation, phone, audio. You have Pandora that connects to your phone. Nice radio. Again, in this video, it is flaring up a little bit. In person, it's a real nice high quality screen. I don't know if it's high definition or anything like that, but definitely looks much better than the ones of the previous generation GM systems, like you might have found up until I think 2014, like Yukons and Avalanches, things like that. They all had that same infotainment system, and wasn't really a big fan of it. So, looking at your gauge cluster here, you do have a different style for the all-terrain. You can see they have a little indicator right there on the left. Nice red backlighting. You have your battery voltage, coolant temp, gas gauge, and oil pressure. See, nice and quiet. The truck does shake a little bit when you hit the throttle there, so that's nice. Kind of showing you some of the horsepower under the hood, perhaps some of that torque. So, always nice. Same quality throughout the entire interior. You know, it just works well. You have a upper storage here, storage down beneath. Again, this is somebody's car, so there's stuff in it. And then every car review video is going to come right out of a dealership. More stuff up there. Different lighting options. You get your HomeLink, OnStar. You know, just your normal GM things. You know, it's just laid out nicely. You can actually lift this right out and move it. So if you want your cup holder up there, you can just actually slide it right in, and then you have more storage back here. It just, you know, you have those options to actually adjust the things that you want. Now, mind you, it doesn't just pop right out, but I like that you have the option there. More storage, pen holder. Mind you, there's some things in here, but you have a great amount of storage inside of here as well. USB, SD card input. You can see here it's got, it's just a nice design. You know, they didn't do any cheap wood grain interior or anything like that. It looks right. I'm a big fan of that. Lock myself out of the back. Now this is a crew cab, not a double cab, so you're going to see a little bit more room here as opposed to the Sierra or the Silverado I did about a year ago now, I guess. So maybe not a year. I don't know. Time flies by. So the seats come up. Got a generous amount of storage here. Now I did sit in the back seat earlier while I was detailing, and there is a great amount of room. You know, it's more than enough room. You could be as tall as you want. I mean, Shaq could sit back there and be just fine. So no concerns on legroom. I mean, with these crew cabs, it's kind of stupid how much room you have. You know, a double cab works just fine, but I mean, I guess if you really want to have your passengers to have a great experience while riding with you, definitely go that crew cab, or if you have dogs or anything like that, seems to work just fine. So this is a 5.3 liter. This is the Ecotech engine by GM. It is direct injected, does have, you know, continuous variable valve timing. 355 horsepower comes out of this engine with 383 foot-pounds of torque. This particular truck has a 10,800 pound towing capacity. Great for a half ton in my opinion. You know, you got a camper, boat, whatever you need to tow, more than enough power to do that. If you need a bigger engine, there is a 6.2 liter option that offers 420 horsepower and 460 foot-pounds of torque. So that engine's a little bit harder to come by. It does come at quite a premium in comparison to the 5.3. From my experience and just driving this truck, I think the 5.3 offers more than enough for your typical buyer. But you know, some people just want that biggest engine that's out there, and they're okay with spending the extra money on fuel, and you know, maybe they're towing something all the time. Maybe you want to spring for that 6.2. Looking at these rims, I think it's a great design. You have kind of a polished exterior on the face of the rim, and the inside pockets feature a darker, maybe a titanium color to them. Looks nice in my opinion. There's great quality power seats on the passenger side. Obviously this matches the other side. It's a great truck. If you guys have any questions on it, just feel free to ask me a question in the comments below. I'll be happy to answer it for you. Anything that you'd like to know, I mean, just let me know. I'm kind of an open book. Any cars you want to review, you know, obviously new cars are easier to source than an older car, but I'll be happy to do a video on it and answer whatever questions you need. I like to do these videos and hope to answer whatever questions you guys have. All right, guys, take care, and I'll talk to you later.